Good evening, art buddies, and welcome to my channel, Bricolage with Paint Girly. I've got a lollipop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know where to put it because I don't want to get the stickiness everywhere. I gotta put it somewhere. Right there. Hello, Jacqueline. I'm just cutting out a couple of whale's tail things here out of some scraps. My batteries are running low. My batteries are running low. I keep knocking everything everywhere. What are you doing, Jacqueline? Are you on the couch? Are you on the couch? There's Ange. Ange, how was the visit? Inquiring minds want to know. I kept saying to Jacqueline, have you heard anything? Have you heard from Ange? How'd it go? Keeping us in the dark. All right, these are a lot of tags. Hi, Candy. Hi, Linda. And Tim, if Tim's there. Hi, Tim. Okay. Well, I was debating on whether or not to come on tonight because I'm really weary. I'm very weary. But I thought I'd come on for a little bit anyway. And I discovered the holiday border around my frame. I thought I could get some Christmas music in the, hey, Stacy, in the background, but no. We ended up doing a couple of errands late this afternoon, and that kind of took the little energy that I had left, kind of took it out of me. My husband broke his computer glasses, and so they were supposed to send the prescriptions so we could, go order a new pair. Oh, very good, Ange. I'm glad you had a good time. Excellent. So, of course, it never came in the mail. So we called today and I talked to the doctor, and she said, well, I'll write it out right now for you. Okay, thanks, Linda. And so then we had to run to the eye doctors, pick up the script, and then my husband felt like getting out, so he went along, which means, hey, Peggy, which means I have to get the scooter in the car. It's not easy getting the scooter in the car. It's just a little awkward. Like the handles can come down, but they're in a good position for them. So, but I can get it in without moving anything. It's just exhausting if I'm true. Oh, that's good, Angie. Oh, how fun. That's fun. Good job. Excellent. So then from Walmart, we went to do a couple of things, and then we decided we would just get some. My tummy's not been normal lately, so not lately, the last couple of days. So I thought I'd like to have some wonton soup, to have the broth. So I had to run in one more store, and he was going to order the Chinese. And lo and behold, our Chinese place is closed on Tuesday. Hi, Debbie. So I'm not sure I'm going to last too long this evening. I still have these pages that I'm working on, this Victorian kind of look, if you will. And I was waiting to see if Joyce pops in. Joyce sent me some happy mail. I'll have to show you. I don't want to I don't want to make anybody jealous, but girls, honest to Pete, I'm just flabbergasted. Just absolutely flabbergasted. And thrilled. And thrilled. Our dear Joyce. But this might be kind of late for Joyce. I don't know. So I told her I've got these, she sent me pages for a journal. So I've been putting stuff inside the pages because I want to make a journal just with these. Well, I might add just plain pages, but I want to make a journal with these. I'm trying to decide like a cover, and I'll probably do some kind of a bloomish kind of a cover, with different fabrics and whatnot. And I told Joyce I want to make it frilly and girly and fat. But this is what she sent me. Stacy, you've probably done this. I think I could do it, but see, Joyce, it looks like she reinforced the edges of the page. I know, right, Peggy? And then she went and she popped little holes. And then she did a stitch, and then she did a shell stitch all along the edge. Aren't they darling? So I got some stuff. I guess I got this from Pearl. I don't know. I can't keep anything straight. So this might go in there, and I've got some lace, some other stuff. Look, that would be pretty in there. And then I found this somewhere in my stash. Oh, is that what that is? Blanket stitch? It just looked like a crochet, like just a single crochet stitch to me. But it's beautiful. I love it. There's Kel. Kel, your voice is much better today. Kelly has been under the weather. The little peanut's been under the weather. Uh-oh, Anne says she's locked in my bedroom. One of my great nephews is down here because his dad won't let him come home. Oh, jeez. He has the flu, and my nephew was around it because the other one had it too. Oh, jeez, you don't want to get sick. You don't want to get sick. So I was working on these pages in one of my streams, and I forget what I was doing. You have no voice today? Oh my goodness, Kel. Uh-oh, what? I don't know what that is. My watch is dinging, and I don't know how to use those. There's Joyce. Joyce, I just showed everybody. I just showed everybody, Joyce. Look. They love them. They love them. Hey, Sharon, hi. Joyce, they're just wonderful. They're just so wonderful. Thank you again. So wonderful. So I just thought I'd work a little bit on these pages. I really am not probably going to stay too long because I just want to get my comfy chair, girls, and put my feet up. So I had a little bit of, I had this. This isn't, it kind of resembles tatting, but this is not tatting. And I was going to put it somewhere, and I forget where I was going to put it. See, this is what I do. I had a great spot for it. But now I don't remember where it were. I have more of it. But I just don't remember. I've got this page too. Now this I just added tonight before I came on. But see, I've got these white edges here. But the last time we were together, I used my Timmy crayons and did the edges. So see, I still have to do that edge. Well, maybe I'll do that. And then I got out some of this antiquing paste kind of stuff, and I just clopped that all over. Made a mess. When I get like this, it's better I just give it up and go put my feet up, you know. It's still cold here. We still have tons of snow. None of it really went away too much. And our dog didn't really know what to do with it at first, but I think now she's kind of liking it because she wants to go out all the time and stick her nose in it and dig around. See, now I tried something different here and I'm not liking it. So I think I have to fix that and I'll work on that one. So I'm just going to put these aside for a minute. Or two or three or do. I don't know. So I got tons of pages here. Not tons. I have several pages here. And see, I went all around with the Timmy crayon. And then I got to deal with the other side. Oh, I didn't do those, did I? You know, I'm not sure what I was thinking doing that kind of that red. I did add some fabric behind her, cut her out. She is part of the digital pack. Oh, and I was going to put on the red nails, girls, and I saw these at Walmart tonight, and I decided, oh, I like that one. So I decided to put these on. Just can't trust me. You can't trust me. All right, let's see if I can find. What was I using? I was using the ground espresso. That's what I was using. And I was using water and a paint brush. Oh, okay. So Joyce is saying she used a single crochet and then a shell. So her single crochet acted like a baseline. So then she could come back and put her shell in that. Very clever, and so stunning. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, so I've got this little working dish here. I'm going to put a little water in there. I keep some water here by my desk for just for times like these. And if I'm smart, I think I probably should not do this on top of other pages I want to use. So I'll put the stack up over here. And all I was doing was taking my Timmy crayon and just making a few little marks. I guess I used the berry or something across. I don't know why I did it. I'm really not crazy about that. And look, I did a little bit of something here. I think this might have been the vintage photo. This darker here had to be the espresso. So this is the distress crayon that I'm using. And then I need to get a little bit of a brush. Yay, good, Cal. I'm glad. I'm going to have to fix anything. No, I'm not liking that brush. Okay, I need something with a little, you're welcome, a little more hair. I need a little more hair here on these brushes. Yeah, so I was disappointed that we didn't get Chinese. I was really looking forward to that soup. It's kind of a bummer. You know how you get hungry for something and you make up your mind like, oh yeah, let's do that. And then doesn't work out. Disappointment. Well, this worked pretty good the other day, but it doesn't look like it's working too well tonight. So it just might be that kind of a day, you know? Of course, now I'm getting a cramp in my thumb. So my husband's been having he's doing really well, but he's having some discomfort. And his appointment with his surgeon, his second follow up is not until Friday. Um, so he had the foot surgery and all that went well. And they splinted his foot. Hey, Patty. Hi, good evening. So it's a piece of plastic that comes along the bottom of your foot, cups your heel, and then back up your calf. And then he put just big flat pieces of gauze all around his foot, and then put the splint on, and then wrapped it in gauze, and then wrapped it with an ace bandage. Well, something is moved under his heel, and it's really uncomfortable for him. So I offered to unwrap it and see what was what. I think we were going to do that, but then the doctor's office called. So I have an appointment tomorrow, and now we have his appointment tomorrow. So tomorrow, which I thought was going to be a semi-relaxing day, is now going to be an appointment day, which is okay, except for putting that scooter in the car. That's really. I said, well, we have a little, they call it touch office here in our 55 plus community, and you can go there and borrow medical equipment. So I said to him earlier, should we swing by there and maybe get a wheelchair? But no. We didn't want to do that. So got the little scooter. So he scooted around Walmart. It was kind of exhausting, I think, for him. But it is what it is. We survived. I'm just not a ball of fire. So I didn't get a nap either. I didn't get a nap. Usually if I stream on Tuesday nights, I like to get a nap. Just sneak a nap in. All right, so I'm going to do now. See, I put this punchinella or whatever they call it on the edge here, which I really like. But I put it right on top of that white instead of, working that edge before I did it. I might just stole out of sink. Out of sink. Jessie says hi. Hi, Jess. She's watching on the big screen. Hi, Jess. Now I'm going to come back and put fabric or paper or something in some of these areas, but then I don't have to cover the edges totally if I put, this edge on like this. And I can come in here and do a little, I could do the vintage photo too, but this dark espresso seems to be working pretty good. My watch is telling me it's time to stand. I don't think so. I think I was doing better the other night with this. I'm not sure what's different. Couldn't possibly be me, could it? Could it? This is looking rather messy. Maybe it was the brush. You know, sometimes when you're in a mood, things just don't turn out the way you would like them to turn out. That's why sometimes it's better to turn the lights out and go home. Wah, wah, wah. So Jacqueline sent me this reel. Somebody, I don't know who it was. Oh, Joyce said her son is putting some of her curriculum for his back. Oh, wonderful. Oh, Joyce, how nice. Oh, that's a big job. Oh, that's very nice. What was I going to say? Oh, well, I don't remember. Always interrupt myself. All day long, I kept saying to my husband, I got to do the trash. I got to do the trash. He keeps saying, today's only Tuesday. Today's only Tuesday. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I was going to put the reindeer there. The bird made me reminded me of the reindeer. I think that's going to go there. I think I'll stick with that plan. I did take my medicine, but sometimes it doesn't help so much. I get this restless leg jazz going. Oh, I know what I was telling you. So Jacqueline saw someone doing, I guess they were like clusters or maybe they were tags or something. And it was just like a piece of maybe burlap and then some kind of like a plain cottony, thick maybe padding piece. And then they put buttons on there to make like a little snowman. They had little pieces of maybe black paper for a hat. And they just had a piece of muslin at the top that they attached. They were real cute. And I thought, I'll work on these while I'm sitting at my chair. So I have this little tin that I guess it's at one point housed, those jelly beans that are all the different flavors. And it's shaped kind of like a jelly bean or a bean anyway. So, I mean, it's stuffed. It's stuffed with buttons. And I knew that there were colored buttons in there, but I thought there'd be plenty of white in there that I could. And I wanted to put thread in them because I like to have thread in my buttons. So I started working on that while I'm sitting in my comfy chair. Well, I had no idea that I dropped some. Next thing you know, the dog's chomping on something. Well, what do you got? She won't drop it. She really chomping on it. Ron says, well, you got to get it from her. I said, well, I'm trying. So she jumped up on my lap. So I grabbed the hold of her collar, opened her mouth. Nothing's in there. And I think, oh, the little stinker. She dropped it. So something was under my leg. So it was a button. I don't know what I did, whether they slid off my lap, but there were buttons on the dog. And then Father Ron says, why would you do that kind of a thing out here? I'm like, well, I just thought it would Thought it would be an easy little project to do while I was in my chair. Well, that was a no. That didn't work out so well. Still doing dumb stuff at 72, ladies. I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking I'm never going to learn. Never ever. I left them all out there, though, in a little basket. I didn't get anything. I didn't get any of them done. I got some thread and some of the buttons, but that was pretty much it. Some nights you just don't feel like coloring, or whatever else I usually do in my chair. Kind of like that little edge of that fabric from here sticking up. Kind of like that. Okay, so that one I think is okay. Let's get another one here. So if you were with me the last time I was working on these, on one side I have prints by Printscape Journeys, and then on the other side I have Amity Bloom prints. So I'm just going to continue. This is starting to look a little messy, but it will be all right. Maybe I should switch. I think I did use the vintage photo, and I think it was a little too light, maybe. I'm pretty sure this is the way I did it the other day, but it just doesn't seem like it's, everything's the same. It's the same paper. Pretty sure it's the same paintbrush. It's just not working as nicely. And I don't know why. Now, somewhere over here, I put my baby wipes. I was going to try a baby wipe, see if that was any better, but oh, I dropped them on the floor. That's right. That's right. I've dropped them on the floor once again. Let's see if this is a little better. Okay, Ange. Are you still locked in your room? Boy, I'm really not liking that. Do you see what it's doing? Maybe I'm not putting enough on. See how it's not blending out for me. I'm doing it the same way I did it the other night. I don't know why, or the other day. I'm not sure why. It's not really cold in my room or anything. You're still in your room working on bowls. Good job. Good job. I'm so disappointed with dinner. What did you have for dinner when you met Dana? Ange, what'd you get at the Mexican restaurant? I'm always talking about food. There's something not right in my brain. Yeah, it's the same paper. The same paper I printed. Yeah, it's that presentation paper. Yeah, these are all ones that I had, and see, I did this side. Nothing's changed. I didn't print anything new. I don't know. It's just like sometimes, you feel like, oh, I should have just stayed in bed. Okay, she had a beef burrito with rice and refried beef. Nice. Okay. We don't do Mexican really, but that sounds yummy. Quite yummy. Let's see, now there's the side. And this was, my printer stopped, so I only got a portion. And I did that side. Now I have to find things I want to glue on this side. Oh, Joyce, that sounds interesting. Excuse me, Joyce says, I fixed a chicken dish for my son's birthday out of a story about Dracula. Whoa. Just. I'm going to trim the white off of this. It was good. Oh, that's always a bonus when you try a new recipe and it turns out and you enjoy it. Sometimes they're just duds. All right, maybe I'll make this a pocket. That might look cute. Make this a little pocket. So let me trim this. Now, it would be really nice if I could put my hands on my tinkle tape that I found the other day, but you're hungry, Sharon? Yeah, I could. I mean, okay, so when Ron was going to have his surgery, I picked up a can of Dinty Moore stew. And I did that because when I was younger and was vacationing with my parents, we would go camping. That was one of our go-to meals when we were camping, and we all just really looked forward to it. It doesn't taste the same. Okay, Kel. Doesn't taste the same to me anymore. Well, you know what? Not too much does anymore. I think it's me. But that's what I ended up with for dinner because just because. Let's just leave it there. It's better if we just leave it there. And it it really didn't taste like much of anything. Hey, Vale, hi. Thank you for your little love hugs. Thank you, thank you. So, hubby had a sausage sub I fixed up for him. The sausage has not been treating my tummy too well, so. All right, so this, I think I'm going to put pocket here. And I need something behind there. Now, I used up a lot of my, I took my extra cardstock and did these little tabs. What else have I got over here that I can put in? This might be nice. Okay, let's see if I can tear this. That might just work. Did I? I thought I switched and used some water too, because I didn't think I liked the coffee water. But you're probably right. Got to be something different, something I'm missing. I was raving about the crayon doing such a great job. I have to take it back. Okay, so now I need something there, I think. And this I'm not going to cover up. This I'm going to tear so I can use it somewhere else. I put that there. This is my fold line. You went back for a quick peek? Thank you, Peggy. That's very sweet of you to do that. Thank you. All right, so I need a little something there. How about a little strip of fabric? All right, so let me glue this one down first. All right, so Sharon says, Lori, how do you keep it all together working in single pages? I have to have them in the journal. Oh, well, sometimes I do it that way, Sharon. This is just, I don't know. I don't know why I decided to do it this way. This kind of setup that this Amity Bloom gal does, she kind of does a patchwork. And she usually starts out with a blank paper, but I decided that I would start with pages that had some images or printing on them. Don't ask me why. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And I don't necessarily have trouble with a blank page, but for some reason, now Jacqueline and I were on together when we were doing this blooming, early blooming, I think I called the stream. And she was doing blank pages, and she just takes big chunks of paper and just glues them down. I mean, hers goes real fast. She works fast anyway. Look, I got a piece of paper there from the. Oh well. And she just blunk, and down it goes, and it looks great. And I'm still fussing around about it. I don't know. So this is different. I'm doing this differently because I wanted to work on it. Welcome back, Kel. I wanted to work on them flat before I folded them and put them in the book. Let's ink this edge. Twist it a little. And I'm going to need something right here. Oh, well, that's part of that anyway. I don't know how it's that then. I did pick up a napkin at Walmart today. This afternoon. That might look good there. Let's have a look at that. I know you said you don't have a voice, Kel, but are you feeling any better? I'm making a mishmash of that. This might be too thin. Let's just see. That kind of looks okay, I guess. It's Pam here. Hi, Pam. Pam, my phone keeps reminding me. What did I do here? Keeps reminding me of a very important date I have on Friday. Did I not pull all of the tape off? Oh, girls. I apologize. I am off my game. Tweezers. I guess that's just stuck to the. I think I might have to glue some. Put a bird on it. I'm going to have to put a bird on it or something. Something on it there. Let's see. Do I have any? Let's see if this has got any glue in it. Let's try just. Oh, that's all dry. Oh, dear. She's a struggle. I don't want to get it too far over where my pocket's going to be. Yes, put a bird on it. Oh, yeah, I'm making it worse. La 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 la. I'm gonna start singing some Christmas music or something. La 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 la. Normally, I would use some golden matte medium, but not tonight. We're going to make do with that as it is. This is what I picked up at Walmart. I do not need this many. But I liked how it had the little scene in the background that was just real faint. And of course, the red truck. Here's another piece of that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that guy doesn't want to go back and stay where he were. He doesn't want to do it. Yeah, I like the red truck too. You've got good taste, Peggy. Good taste. Now, I don't really want that because that's going to make my bend difficult, I believe. So we'll trim that there. Trim it. Okay, my pocket's going to go here. So we're going to edge it. So I have an interview with Pam on the 19th, which is Friday, I believe. Pam, will you just send me an email with a link or information or something? Like how does that work? Being you're here, if I could ask you that question. Oh, look, I think I put it on backwards. Oh well, that's the way it's staying. I'm just doing a bang up job here, aren't I? Aren't I? Yes. Okay. Now I think this will go here. Now this is going to be tricky because that's right where my fold is. I did find my strips of bloom paper. I think I like Jacqueline's better because hers, okay, might look cool there, because her chunks are bigger. Her page, she uses bigger pieces of paper and whatnot. This paper's not really Christmassy, but you can mix and match and do as you like. That's not, that's different. They're bumblebees. I don't want that. It's kind of like that. I'm not used to that. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to trim him out. Yeah. This is one of print scraps, I believe. Needs a pedicure. Needs a pedicure. Maybe I'll trim out those hollies. Don't you just love holly, the shape of the leaves? I don't like how prickly it is, but it's very pretty, and I love the red berries. This is probably going to get trimmed off the bottom anyway. Bring out the holly. I don't know why I don't play Christmas music while I'm sitting at my desk. I said that to Jacqueline earlier. Just don't know why I don't do it. Boy, this guy really has got some big claws. Oh, indeed, Christmas. Remember years ago, well, the older gals will remember maybe. There was the Christmas specials, and let's see, Andy Williams maybe or Perry Como would host them, and they'd have all kinds of stars and Christmas music, and I guess it was Lawrence Welk. The families of all the singers and stuff would come on. They were good shows, good music. You youngins won't remember it, that's for sure. Oh, there's Ginger's like, thanks, Peggy. Somebody's functioning well, not me. I don't think I need the scraps. Toss those. All right, so let's see. Maybe I would like to, that's kind of, I don't want the owl on 2 pages. Maybe it needs to be there. And la 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 la. Do, 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 do. La 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 la. Okay, I think I want to stamp something on that. Little Christmas. Somebody's got the slippy sliders, and see, that might be a good piece somewhere. See that little tiny strip? That might come in handy. Handy. Let's see. I'm looking for black. My black space. I'll try that. Now let's see. I just had there it is. There it is. I'll get my favorite stamp. And let's see if I can do this. And get a good impression. I'd like to make a good impression. Nothing safe. You love the old shows? Yeah. Yes. Dean Martin? Yes. Frank's? Yes. They were good shows. We had Doris Day on. I don't know if she was ever on any of them, but when those songs come on the radio, I'm always trying to guess, who is that? Who is that? Who does that sound like? Oh, I was going to do a sample, and I didn't. Oh, well. C'est la vie. It's probably going to end up getting covered up anyway. Once all is said and done. Dun, 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 dun. And they would have dancers, Sammy Davis Jr., all that stuff. They were good specials. None of this wild stuff. Oh, me too, Peggy. My husband doesn't care for them, but oh, they're so good. Do you remember the road shows with Bob Hope? Was it Bing Crosby? I think it was him and Bing Crosby, wasn't it? And they were usually after a girl. Fred Astaire. My sisters and I, one of our favorites was I don't know if I have the name right. I guess it was White Christmas. It was Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby. Oh my gosh. They were in the service together. And I guess Bing Crosby saved Danny Kaye's life, so he felt like he owed him. Oh my gosh. So they were both dancers. I don't know if I cut that. Oh, it looks like I cut out a piece of the wing. I'm going to try to cut this. Who were the girls? Rosemary Clooney, George's aunt, and who was the little girl? It might have been Mitzi Gaynor. I'm not sure. Of course, those two were sisters. In the road shows, yeah, usually they were after the same girl. They were good movies. Holiday Inn, that's another good one. It is Israel. Yeah, it's a good movie. My sisters and I were always saying, sisters, sisters. She has beautiful eyes. Yeah, they're so blue. No, they're not. They're brown. They're talking about the two different girls. Oh my gosh. You haven't had your TV on in 2 weeks? Why? Because you've been busy? Or were you in timeout or something? Were you punished? What's the story there, Ange? All right, I think a piece of lace or something down that side to cover up that schlep. Got to cover up the schlep. This has got to move over this way. Al's going to go right about there, I think. I'm not liking that. That's going to fold. And they were trying to get their gosh, what was his name? Oh, I can see his face. The older gentleman that was there. Was their leader they were in the war. Oh, what was his name? Very distinguished looking old fella. All right, let's hold this down. No, you've been watching this movie that is free on YouTube that just popped up now. I have been really into that. Oh, what movie was that? I mostly watch the Midsummer Murders or Dr. Martin lately. I'm stuck on them. I keep telling Jacqueline she's got to watch French Kiss. She never watched that. That's one of my favorites. Oops. Oh, I've went too far. The other night my husband did because he couldn't get good. It wasn't coming through well on our TV. I never really thought about watching a movie on YouTube. So I spent a little time wrapping gifts again today. Got a little bit of a dent in it. I still have quite a few to do. Picked up some gift bags today. But is it like a series, Ange? Like continuing, like with the same characters? Or they're just all different? See, I'm just a nosy face when it comes to that stuff. Oh, look, I put it too close again, girls. This is going to be trouble. Oh, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. Right here in River City. I just need it to be over a little bit. Really? I really never thought about that. So, like, how do you find them? You just put movie and then put in YouTube movies? Different ones with the same love stories. Oh, that bird's going to be floating up into nowhere. Let's see. I'll pick this piece. Remember, put that. I got to find a piece of lace first here. All right, let's get out the box. I'm going to get out the box. How long I be here? About an hour. Okay. Let me see if I can find a piece of something in here. Oh, I've got a piece of. Oops. Now, see my finger hooked on a string hanging out of the box. Oh, let me see. Maybe this skimp. I don't know if this is wide enough. Hold on. Yours just pop up. Oh, yeah, like that. Gotta sneak that out in first. Okay, I'm liking that. I wish I could find more of this kind of stuff. It's so soft. Whoops. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, I'm going to put the owl down first. You've been watching them for years? Oh, thanks, Ange. Yeah, I think the owl looks cool. Like I had something pop up. Maybe this is what you're talking about. It was like this girl and her family really didn't treat her well. And then there's this guy in the town that they were going to marry her off to, but everybody was afraid of him. Nobody really liked him, but he was really handsome. He had a lot of money, and Her family just kind of wanted to get rid of her. Oh, see, now I put these feet down. Yeah, I'm putting the bird on it. Yeah, yeah. She's forgetting what she's doing. I got to lift this part up. I'm going to have these nails ruined. It was like a love story, but it was kind of dark and dreary, and they used to beat her. Her family used to beat her. I guess it was like a stepfather or something. I don't know. And then he died. I don't know. It's like a Cinderella thing, I guess. So it's kind of back the way that it was, but it just have a little more wiggle room. Okay, Ange, I got what you're saying now. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe I should do the whole length of the page. Let's snip this. Hmm. I don't know, Bill. I thought this was like a book. It was like they were reading a book. And then if you wanted to learn more about it, you had to go and look for it. And then I forgot all about it. Shocker. Shocker. Yeah, we like, I mean, some of the Hallmark, okay, so some of the Hallmarks I think are a little crazy. And we noticed things that are a little wonky, a little different. Our daughter came over. I said, told you guys, my our daughter came over on Saturday to help us with a few things. She was looking for, I don't know if this was Hallmark or not. She was looking for one called The Christmas List. It's an older movie. And this gal works in a department store in the perfume department. And she's known as the Nose. And she asks the customers a few questions, and then she pulls out a fragrance. And she's always like they love the fragrance. She sells a lot of perfume. Of course, there's a little young chick there that wants to advance, and she thinks she can be the nose. And she don't know what she's doing. She's goofy. Anyway, she's in the fragrance department, and this young boy comes in. He's like maybe, oh, I don't know. I'll say he's like 12, 14, something like that. Might be a little older, but not much older. Anyway, he comes in and telling her different things. And she suggests a fragrance. And so she shows it to him. And he says, yes, that's it. And she said, well, you have good taste because it's very expensive. And he said, I have $50. And she said, oh, it's 75. And he said, okay, I'll have to earn more money or something like that. So she decides to help him. And she said, I'll lend you the $25. Here it turns out that he wanted it because it reminded him of his mom, and his mom passed away a couple years prior. And so anyway, her girlfriend's telling her, you should write a list of what you want for Christmas and put it in the Santa Claus box, because they have a little box there. Night candy. And, kids can put letters to Santa in there. So she writes a list, but she doesn't want to put it in the box. But her girlfriend grabs it and throws it in the box anyway. First, they get in trouble with the boss for carrying on. And all of her things start coming true. Anyway, she's dating this guy who's like got her on this 5-year plan, and he's a jerk. And anyway, she ends up finding the right guy, and Happens to be the dad of the kid that wanted the perfume. That's one of our favorites. But my all-time favorite Hallmark, well, I have a couple, but a Christmas one is A Crown for Christmas. Oh boy, I just love it. I could watch it 6 times in a row. Good night, Jessie. Good night. Yes, Mimi Rogers. Yes, in the Christmas list. Yes. Oh, it is on YouTube? Oh, okay. Thanks, Peggy. And A Crown for Christmas. This is her name is Danica Keller or something like that. She's one of the regulars, a brunette on the Hallmark Channel. Look, see, I went over the fold line. Gosh, I hate when I do that. I'll have to trim that when it dries. So she's a maid, and there's this guy who's a prince, of course, some crazy little country. Of course, he's widowed, and he's got a daughter who's out of control. So he's rushing to get where he needs to get. And she's got to go clean the room. And she's got her little cart, and she runs into him in the hallway. So she ends up trying to offer him like more towels or something like that. And she ends up saying, how about a sewing kit or something like that? It's just crazy. They have this little run in with each other. I just really like it. And then his butler, whoever it is with him. And he sees the girl. She cleans up the room. The prince left his watch. She turned it in. She didn't, keep it or anything. One thing she ends up being the nanny for his daughter. And he's a ginger, girls. He's a ginger, and he's quite fine. Have you, Candy? I love that movie. And this guy that works for him, he really wants him to marry this chick that he knew from, years ago. And she really wants to marry him too. He's not in love with her. And he keeps kind of flirting with this other girl from the United States, from Brooklyn. I guess I could have moved that over a little bit, but that kind of looks cute, except for this white spot right here. I gotta get that, and I gotta trim this. Gotta trim my pocket. So he ends up, telling the other girl it's just not going to happen. And he thinks the girl from America is leaving. So he goes on his horse, of course, to go fetch her. And she's waiting to get picked up to go to the airport. And she says something to him like, aren't you on the wrong path? And he said, my path has changed. And my husband likes the Good Witch. You know what? I don't care for that girl. I don't care for Catherine Bell. My husband thinks she's marvelous. My brother-in-law thinks she's marvelous. I don't know that I need any more on this page. I think I could use some washi, some tinkle tape or something right here. But so he comes up the steps and she's standing there and she said, "Aren't you on the wrong path?" And he said, "My path has changed." And he says something like, I didn't get engaged. I'm not in love with her," or something like that. And she says, "Are you sure about this?" And he said, "Well, my country survived something for 100 years. I'm sure they can survive a gal from Brooklyn or something." And she says something, and he says, "You had me at sewing kit," or something like that. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I don't remember how they ended. I know from one season to the next, my husband and I were kind of, because, well, they killed off the original, the sheriff or whoever she was supposed to fall in love with or be in love with. And then she had a baby by him, and the baby from one season to the next was a baby, and then she was like 16. That kind of stuff makes me crazy. It's like they don't think like we realize. Anyway, I was just not a fan of that one. I think that's it for me for tonight, gals. I need to go recharge my battery. You can't remember the name of the movie, but the Fonz is in it. And oh, is he the uncle? And he's going to go visit his niece and her son. And he picks up a guy in the airport who's a chef. Is it that one, Joyce? You're welcome, Candy. Good night, Ange. I'll have to see what Joyce says if it's that one. Because that's a good movie. And he wants his niece to get together with this chef guy he picked up at the airport. That's one. Yeah, that is a good one, isn't it, Joyce? And she buys a bike for her son that he really wants. And the shop manager says, "Well, I need it for a display. You can get it Christmas Eve." And then he's locked up. Hey, there's Roseanne. Hi. We're just getting ready to kick out of here, Roseanne. I'm so sorry. Oh, I really pushed to come on, Peggy, because I hate to disappoint people, but I appreciate you saying that. Thanks. That's very sweet of you to say that. Um, yeah, that's a good one. If you can, I don't remember the name of that one, Joyce, but that's a good one. He's such a nice guy, the chef guy. Thanks, Vale. Oh, you girls are so sweet. So it's only Tuesday evening. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, there are some good ones out there, right? Yeah. All right. Listen, everybody enjoy the rest of their evening. If it's evening for you all, some of you it might be morning. I'm not sure. Kelly Ann, please get your rest. I'm sure I put Jacqueline to sleep. So, all right. Good idea, Kel. Get some shut eye. And hey, listen, ladies, have a great day tomorrow. Oh, we'll be busy here tomorrow, but hoping to get a good rest. I'm sure my husband slept really well last night. He slept in a recliner and kept his foot up, and his pain level was good. So that was good. So I think he's doing that again tonight. And Gosh, it was nice to see you all. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me while I fussed around with some of my pages here. And I hope to see you Thursday morning. I'll be back on then, live. So until then, take care. Enjoy your day. Don't do too much. Get your rest. It's a busy time. Got to get my wrapping done. I'm ahead though. I'm ahead. Usually I start 2 days before Christmas. So this is good. I'm doing good. I just have a lot left to do. So in the meantime, don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. And I hope to see you all very soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye for now.